a very special NOMAD episode. Welcome to my hometown of Warwick, New York. A historic little town nestled in the beautiful rolling hills of Hudson Valley, New York. It's about 40 miles as the crow flies northwest of New York City, about an hour and a half if you try to drive it, depending on traffic. And we are known for two things: apple picking and George Washington once slept here. Over the last 10 or 15 years, Warwick has become quite the tourist destination. People from the city coming up for a weekend in the country, especially in the fall. When I was growing up, there was nothing to do. There were two things to take up your time as a teenager on a Friday night: Burger King or Mobile Mart. Those are the only two things that were open. Now, there are breweries and wineries and bars and restaurants. Who would have thought? So I'm going to show you some of the sights around here, and we're going to go back to my alma mater, Warwick Valley High School, where there's a big football game. The Wildcats of Warwick are taking on rival the Minisink Warriors in a huge game. So let me take you around. I'll show you the place. Right there is our claim to fame. George Washington once slept there. This is a huge time of the season for us because you can go apple picking and pumpkin picking and pet animals, the petting zoo, and I guess just kind of feel like you're not amongst crazy people that are urinating all over the streets and the subways of New York City. The air is just a little bit fresher here in Warwick. The band, the cheerleaders, the fans, the student section, it's all got a good vibe, man. I love every bit of it. Coming to Warwick football games reminds me of how I started in the business. When I was in high school, an old VHS camcorder popped in a tape, and I would come out to the high school games, record them, and then tape my own play-by-play, and then give it to cable access, and they would run it. I never played in that field. I just announced their games. It was a grueling endeavor. Left me just as sweaty and bruised and swollen as the football players, but glad I put in the work, glad I put in the time. One of the big things here in Warwick when I was in middle school was making sure we had lights here at the football field so that there were Friday night lights. The bleachers are bigger and way more modern. Touchdown, Wildcats! A big swing of momentum right there. Warwick's having a tough time getting on the board. 9.5 to play now. Warwick trails by only 2. 2-point conversion coming up here. Chance of let's go Warwick. It's big. Little draw play up the middle, and he's in. 2-point conversion is good. You can hear the crowd react. Warwick 14, Minisink 14, 9.5 minutes to play. This is amazing right now. Warwick and Minisink tied at 14 apiece. There's 11 seconds left. Warwick has 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. They are lined up in between the hashes. If they don't get it, I assume they take a timeout and then kick the field goal. High drama here at C. Ashley Morgan Field at Warwick High. Can Warwick punch it in, or will we go to overtime?
Here you go. I think so. Just slip this back on. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. You're gonna be on TV. You're gonna be on NOMAD.
TV?
Yeah, watch.
Okay, so you sit right here, Drew, and then Greg, you sit on the left. What a thrilling end to this game as Warwick has a game-winning field goal at the buzzer that hits the crossbar to win. This is my cousin Greg. This is my nephew Drew. Greg and I called these games for Warwick when we were in high school, and like we ran around these fields when we were like 10.
Yeah, it's really great to be back. You know, it's almost like a time capsule here a little bit.
So Warwick catches the game-winning touchdown. Everyone thinks Warwick won. The Wildcats are going crazy, and then they call it back at a hold, right?
Yes.
And then they got to line up for a game-winning field goal, and it hits the crossbar. Like, those are two of the most insane final plays.
Big night here in Warwick. Big night under the lights. Yeah, Ashley Morgan Field.
When we were in middle school, and there was the huge fundraising to get these lights built.
I think lights make the football experience at the high school level that much more special, for sure. It really, instead of a game, it becomes an event, a community event.
Drew is, he's wearing his Wildcats jersey. He's playing on the Mighty Mites team, right?
Yes, yeah. And you having fun on Mighty Mites?
Yeah.
Coach, come on up. Come on up, Coach. Come on. Congratulations.
Coach is here.
My man.
Coach, take this mic and do a little spot with it.
Look at this.
Here.
Look at this.
What are we talking about?
The win, Coach. We're talking about the win. This is
Greg. Sit right down here.
Greg Sirico, head coach of the Warwick Wildcats. What a win!
Listen, you know what? This is really, it's high school football at its best. It's two communities with great football traditions getting together and getting a really good, clean, hard-fought football game. So it's the whole package.
I got some game film for you. Unfortunately, it's not the all-22 footage. Okay? But I got some good footage in the back of the end zone of the catch that I thought you guys won on.
Yeah. We tried to win it twice, but that's okay. We had to win it twice, but we got it.
How about that kicker? Is that his first year on the team?
Last year, he's a junior, comes up to me, he's a little guy, coach, I think I can help the football team. I said, how are you going to help the football team? He said, I'm going to be your kicker. So he goes to camp, learns how to kick, and keeps working on his game, and here he is, wins a big football game in high school.
How cool is that? Warwick beats Minisink under the lights tonight. I'm so glad I was back here to see it. Coach Sirico, little Drew here too, and he's the next guy that's going to win one of your games, I guess.
I can't wait for him.
Had the best time ever. Congratulations, Wildcats. Remember to subscribe for future episodes of NOMAD. Click on that little button right there, and you'll get notifications of every new episode that comes your way right here on the channel. The lesson here is, no matter how small you are, if you feel like you can help the team, tell the coach. Amendo, out.